That's the NFL on EA Sports.
And coming up, we'll see the electric Jayden Daniels.
He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Commanders and the Packers, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
Thank you to Trey Mosley for the introduction. We are indeed excited to welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. And thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen with you. Buckle up, partner. I think this is going to be an aerial show. Both of these teams giving us the hint that the ball's going to be in the air a lot in this one.
Oh, no question. I think both teams were very clear in our weekly meetings that that was going to be the plan. And what we see right now in today's modern football, Mike, is the direct correlation between explosive plays, in this case, two teams that rely on those explosives coming in the passing game, and the direct ability to score points. At the end of the day, this is who can score the most points. And if you want to score points today, it's going to become by throwing the ball deep downfield as often as you can.
This will be returned from the 6. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Washington offense going to make their way to the field for the first time. They are led by the former Heisman Trophy winner out of LSU, Jayden Daniels.
You think back to last week and what was really a pretty bland game. He didn't do a ton that was overly exciting, but his team was still able to come out with a win. I think that's really a testament to this roster that they have built. Yes, you're going to need your quarterback to play good ball as the season progresses, but in the meantime, they are good enough around him that as he continues to find his way, this is still a tough team to match up with.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go now.
Throwing now, Daniels. Now they'll set up the screen to Eckler. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. Look at that. Slinged it across his body and connected. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. It's a give up the middle to Robinson. And he'll be close to a 1st down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short.
Ready, set.
Here's 3rd down and a few inches.
Cardinal. Let's go.
The motion man here is McLaurin. They'll try to run for it with Robinson. Call it a gain of 13. Good for a Commanders 1st down.
Over the last couple years, Mike, we've seen the trend in the NFL is that 3rd down has really become a passing down, but not here. Not for this team. They keep the ball on the ground. They're able to pick up a big gain. Fresh set of downs.
Ready.
On 1st down, right back to Robinson. And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. And here comes Robinson on a toss to the right. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
Ready.
9th play of this opening drive, trying to keep it going here on 3rd down.
Ready. Ready.
From the shotgun, it's Daniel. Quick throw here is complete. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down?
Here we go. Set.
They'll run it and give it to the big guy. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down. They managed to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
Come on. Set.
And they'll run out of the gun. Here comes Robinson. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
Here we go.
And he's going the wrong way. Dropped back at the 7. So that'll do it for a fast-moving first quarter of play. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And
Set. Go.
on 3rd down, they'll throw with Daniels. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. For the return, it's Keyshawn Nixon. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Green Bay offense set to go to work for the first time. And they're led by the man who waited his turn, the 2020 first-rounder, Jordan Love.
Coming off a loss last time out, I think the #1 goal today, Mike, is he needs to make a bigger impact on the outcome of today's game. Last week, he was not bad by any stretch of the imagination, but it was really just a modest performance. He was okay. Well, okay at the quarterback position is not a winning formula week in and week out in the NFL. They need him to be a difference maker. They need him to be a dynamic playmaker. He's capable of all those things, and if we can get that level of play out of him today, I think they can expect a different result than last week.
Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. From the gun, it's Love. He'll try and get there on the ground. Now it looks like we have an injured Packer player on the field. On 4th down, it's Corliss Waitman out to punt. Returnable from the 17. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Commanders offense and Jaden Daniels ready to take over once more. And he's used his legs to great effect this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design, as you check out the league leaders in quarterback rushing yards. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
The tight end Ertz in motion. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Right side, catch made by McLaurin. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33. 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. That's into the hands of Olamide Zaccheaus. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time, secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
Ready, ready.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Keep it in the air. Here's Daniels. He'll get rid of it and complete it.
There's a lot of quarterbacks around the league that really struggle with this, Mike, but not this guy. A righty quarterback moving to his left. Your mechanics, your footwork, and your arm talent all have to align, and tell you what, he does it about as well as anybody around the league.
He manages to get the throw away and completes it. A gain of 24 through the air. First down, Washington.
Ready.
On the ground, it's Robinson. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face 2nd down and 7.
Here we go.
Throwing is Daniels. That one incomplete. They can't hook up there, and that incompletion takes us to the 2-minute warning.
Come on, come on. Set. Hut, hut.
From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. Now Dan Quinn will send out the field goal unit. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Commanders, on the strength of 2 field goals, take a 6-0 lead. So the lead stands at 6-0 as this one is kicked off. Here's Nixon on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Packers offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. They're still in search for their first points in this one. They're only trailing 6-0. And this drive will begin with the first down. They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line. Back to throw. A dive and a catch. Incredible. Wow, they are moving the ball to start this drive. 21 on that play.
Doesn't it seem like that every time we see a highlight reel catch, they love showing the wide receivers and the running backs, but let's give a little love to the big tight end. I mean, what an athletic play. Understanding that ball was down and away, you've got to lay out to secure it, and not only is he able to get his hands under it and catch it initially, but he's able to survive the ground, and that's a big-time play.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Back to the air one more time. That's caught right side. It's the tight end Musgrave. And he will score. Luke Musgrave. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year.
Look, Mike, I don't want to imply that they drew this play up specifically because this is when the league is celebrating National Tight Ends Day. But you got to admit, it's kind of fun seeing him score on this day in particular and join his fellow tight ends who have also scored throughout the league.
Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. The Commanders' offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Hey, let go.
Now Daniels. On target, got it to McClure. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. And Now here's a timeout. They're going to take it with 8 seconds remaining until the break. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Let's go now.
Daniels now going to look to throw. That's caught by Eckler.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
So we have reached halftime here, and the visitors from Green Bay out on top as we get you down to Florida, Orlando specifically. For the coaches, Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. And it's the Falcons who are out in front in the second quarter. Ray McCloud, a touchdown catch in that first half. From there, we'll head to Buffalo to check on what's happening with the Bills at Highmark Stadium. And in that one, it's the visiting Dolphins who are out in front. Devon Achane, 83 yards running the football. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting 49ers. Paris Campbell, a touchdown reception. This one's been all you could hope for as an NFL fan. Just a one-point game here at halftime. This has been as much fun as you could hope for, with both these teams in it to win it. Both these teams running through their final adjustments. It's time for the second half. And for the call, let's get it back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen.
Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half. About to get started. Here's Nixon on the return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. He's run well here in the first half of the season, as you see there. He's the NFL's rushing leader coming into this weekend. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6.
Ready.
On play action, Love. Over the middle, the tight end Musgrave. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Let's go.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. Benjamin St-Juste there on the tackle. 2nd down and 8.
Come on, set. Check White. Smith red.
Off the play fake. Here's Love. That'll be caught. It's Josh Jacobs. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
Set hut. Ready.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
On 2nd down, Love. Here's a screen taken in by Jacobs. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here now, 3rd and 5.
Ready.
Love to throw. He's got his tight end. That's Musgrave. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
Here we go. Ready.
Here's Love. Over the middle, he fits it into Dobbs. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
Ready.
The man in motion is Watson.
Cut.
A good play action with Love. To the end zone, it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin. And the Commanders are going to take possession here as they get it at their own 4.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The Commanders' offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They'll start from their own 4. Not a lot of room for error back here. It's 1st and 10.
Ready.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Ready up.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. That's into the hands of Zacchaeus. And a good gain. He's going to be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
Let's go.
To the air again is Daniels. That's going to be intercepted. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit overeager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there's a lot of football left, Mike. They can still get back into this. They just have to be a little bit smarter about which risks you're willing to take.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4.
Let's go now. Set.
From the gun, it's Love. And this throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking.
On the set.
Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Here's a 3rd down and 4.
Set. Cut.
Now Love. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes.
All right, Mike, file this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull this game out, we're going to look back on this as the pivotal moment of this game. Oftentimes, it takes that one big moment to sway the outcome of a game, and no bigger play than a pick deep inside your own red zone.
So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Ready.
They'll throw with Daniels. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up 3rd down.
Here we go. Set.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. And this ball incomplete on third down. On fourth down, the Commanders going to send out their veteran Tress Way to punt. Keyshawn Nixon, the return man. Woo. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
Ready. Go. Cut.
Throwing on 2nd down, Love. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
It's a gain of 6. And the Packers first down.
Let's go. Ready.
To throw is Love. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And the defense has it.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to
And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay. So this one is going to need a little closer look. At issue was the knee or any other body part except the hand down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field?
After review of the play.
So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. They're trying to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. A 2nd down throw for Love. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Not much there, maybe a yard. Throwing on 2nd down, Daniels. A throw left side, caught by Sinnott. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Let's go now.
On the give, it's Robinson. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. He'll get back to Zaccheaus. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. They'll come up for 1st and 10. On the ground, Eckler. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd down.
Get it. Go.
Here's Robinson. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. Time now becoming a factor as we get to 3rd down. Getting the tight end involved in the run game here. And And he will have the Commanders' first down as they get 5 on 3rd and 2.
Ready, break. Ready.
They'll drop to throw. He finds the veteran Ertz. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Now they'll set up the screen to Eckler. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team. They'll run with Robinson. Down to the goal line. No signal. Is he in? They'll say it did not break the plane, but a real solid gain on 1st and goal. Now, 2nd and goal.
Ready.
Now a handoff, the tight end in the running game. And he will not get to the goal line. In fact, he may have come back a little bit, and now it is 3rd and goal.
Here we go, Scott.
Dotson, the man in motion.
Ready, ready.
They'll try to run with Robinson.
How about this for a goal line stand, Mike? Your back's against the wall, back-to-back plays, you hold tight. They set themselves up here to defend a 4th and goal try.
So, it's a win here for the visiting Packers. They're able to